What is up? Welcome to the Next Guy Up podcast. We have an awesome episode. Today is Monday, Messing Around Monday. We have a big and full episode coming at you. We have some press releases. We are debuting a brand new episode that has been, or a brand new segment that has been teased at least a couple of times. We are calling it Food for Thought. We'll get there when we get there. We also have a show I watched that from Tens. And we are ending up with a bracket of children's television shows that we all watched growing up. So a fun episode coming at you right now. Boys, how we doing today? This is Monday. This is National Championship Day.
Ooh, it is. So
big day today.
Big day for Tens.
Big day for your boy Tens. A lot riding on the future of the Yukon Huskies' shoulders. Rooting hard against the non-talented, no tangible basketball skills idiot
Trash.
Zach Edie.
You love that
guy.
guy.
Not even have AirPods. He's in college and still has wired Apple headphones. So that's all you need to know about this guy.
Guys, this is not a sports podcast. I have two takes. Number one, this is all I'm saying about Zach Edie today. Number one take. Caitlin Clark is the Zach Edie of women's basketball. The women's finalist today, she was getting every single call. It was pretty gross.
Egregious.
It reminded me so much. Much different players, different positions, but you could tell that they were letting her cook a little bit. Number two, it's another good food segment. Let them cook. Let them cook. Get cooking.
Workshop that. We're going to workshop that.
We'll keep that in our head. And number two take on Zach Edie. This week, he was complaining about he doesn't get any NIL money because he's from Canada. Did we talk about this on last episode?
No.
So mad about this coward is like, guys, this messed up. I don't get any NIL money because I'm from Canada. First of all, he is getting paid $1 jillion from somebody under some table somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Without a single doubt in my mind, he is making a lot of money this year, even if it's not going to show up on the NIL statements. Number two, there is a literal professional basketball league in America that's designed for people to go to once they're too good to play in college, that you can make millions of dollars on the first contract. That's where he should be right now. He should be in the NBA making millions of dollars after winning Player of the Year. Whenever you stay around in college, you get paid college money. Like all the other 18-year-olds you're playing against, Zach Edie. Okay, I'm done. Rant over. Sorry.
Is he good enough to play in the NBA? We'll find out.
That's the problem. He's not.
That's why he didn't go to the NBA.
That's why he's not making NIL money, because it's just annoying to have to complain about that whenever he shouldn't even be in college anymore. But here we are.
It's all right. Klingen has got something special for him tonight.
So Tens has got a lot of money on UConn. I think UConn's going to win this game. What are they? 7-point favorites?
Open at 5.5
6 points. Okay.
So,
yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Is ranting Zach the best Zach? Is there a better?
Yes. That's the let him cook segment. I already have it in my head. It's just when we say, "All right, guys, excuse me for a second. I got to cook something up," and it's when Zach, when we mostly just roast a guy. When you roast a player, a team, a movie, a show, so whatever it is, just let me cook for a minute and let me get what I got to say.
Let him
off.
cook. I like that.
I think that could be something special right there.
Speaking of cooking. My wife Megan is cooking up a baby right now. What a transition!
That's in the biz a professional transition I ever heard one right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, we're any day now at this point. We are hoping for any day. We're 2 weeks out from due date, but we would love for her to come sooner than that. So this might be my last pod in a while. Who knows? I hope it is.
We did too.
I hope this is the last time you hear me in it for a minute, because we're trying to get this baby out. Taking a lot of walks.
Mm-hmm.
Eating some spicy food. We went to eat Mexican tonight, getting some spicy food out there.
Yep.
We didn't have to worry about renaming her because the Vols fell
Did not
apart.
win at all.
That's where we're at. Yeah. I don't know. Did we say that on the pod about renaming her?
I think we did a little bit. We were trying to throw it out there. I know we talked about it in the group text with our wives.
Mm-hmm. I was considering trying to convince my wife to rename our baby, to name her after one of like something Vols related. If
I'll
the
tell
Vols
you
win a
this:
national championship,
when Gainey got hot at the end there and almost won the game, because he came in and started hitting some threes. You might have been able to get Megan talked into that because she liked Gainey too. She's like, "That's my guy." He came in and hit a couple threes at the last minute, kind of got us close.
What could have been?
What could have been?
We just keep talking about this Vols team. They're dead.
They're dead.
The real question is, Zach, did you get a request for the family medical leave through the podcast? Do you get paid time off through the podcast? Did you send that into our
I had to put in
executive?
for a disability, short-term disability for the pod. The guy in charge sucks. He let me off for a few weeks, so yeah, I'm having to work through it a little bit. But I'll be in the hospital room trying to edit some pods or something probably.
Could you imagine if we did have a boss for this podcast? We'd all be fired.
We'd be fired.
We'd already be fired. Yeah. What would have been the first thing we would have been fired for? We can think back.
And today's episode is sponsored by Reese Cups.
When Messin cussed on the pod that one time.
Yeah,
it was an accident.
Yeah.
And then so we have all this going on. Mason's still got a couple punishments coming your way, so be on the lookout for that. It's coming soon. Shameless plug, two punishments, maybe 3 if tomorrow doesn't pan out.
Yep.
What's your bet tomorrow? Do we know?
I'm still doing research on it. I'm leaning toward UConn's been undefeated on.
He's gonna somehow get a UConn minus 1.5 and then bump the over or the under all the way as high as he'll go to be like under 188.
But I get it to like plus money almost. It's not cheating. That's just like any other bet.
Your last one was minus 123.
Yeah, it was
not plus money.
That's still a bet you can take.
No, I mean I took it,
and we cashed it. Oh, you took that with me?
Yeah, I took on FanDuel.
Oh, let's go.
On there.
Oh, perfect.
I will shameless plug. And then we're gonna go away from sports stuff, but Tins has been cooking on, and Mason, right, on Bet the Book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beat the book. Sorry.
Beat the book. Yep. No, it's if you follow us on Twitter, we're tweeting about it a lot. Now that college basketball is gonna be wrapping up, I will still be giving out baseball picks and hockey picks over there, especially with playoff hockey starting. I don't really bet hockey on a night in and out basis, but once playoffs start, I feel like it's a little easier to wrangle, not being so many different matchups and teams that I haven't kept up with. So yeah, there'll be some more picks over there, and then all summer long we'll have some baseball stuff cooking up. But just make sure you're following us on Twitter, on the next guy up, Twitter, and then me and Mason's personal Twitters as well.
You guys have been cooking a little bit on there.
I've had a pretty good week. I've had a good tournament. I've had some really close to hitting some really big parlays, but if you followed all my straights, you're up for the tournament for sure. I know after the first weekend I was up 17 units. Second weekend I think I was up about 6, and then I don't know what I'm up this weekend so far.
Tinsley's a volume shooter. I'm the one that I just need to pick one for each day and just focus on it. Spend all of my energy. Tinsley's like over here, like making 7 bets, and he'll hit like 6 of the 7. I'm just like, I'll just take this one bet.
Well, for that contest, I had to pick the spread for every game.
Yeah.
And so we did well on that, and then I had some over-unders and some parlays and some stuff like that. So it was another good tournament. I always look forward to it. It seems like it's becoming like one of the few things I'm good at betting is March Madness.
10's your great better.
I don't know. Average at best. My tax guy would say otherwise.
Got him. Do we want to get into some press releases?
Yes, let's do it. Let's release this.
All right. Let's release these presses. Okay. Mason, are you on first? Got a big one.
Yeah, I guess this isn't necessarily like a press release.
It is.
But happy Eclipse Day, everybody. Today is the first solar eclipse since, do you guys want to guess the last time this happened?
2017.
Oh, he knew it. Yep. August 21st, 2017. So first one in 7 years. Solar eclipse occurs when the sun, the moon, and the earth are aligned. Who knew? Wow. To be honest, I didn't really. And there's like stages, huh?
I think they teach that.
Who knew about early? So what a solar eclipse is, and then you said who knew, and then that's what you learned that in like first grade. My kindergarten daughter was telling me about it today.
Dang, get wrecked, Mason.
Well, I knew about it. I didn't know about the phases, which I was going to go over. Who knew? Who knew? A solar eclipse only happens at new moon. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, well, I don't want to transition into our food segment yet, but I did see this thing. So there's a line of where it's going to be seen at throughout the U.S. and to Canada and everything like that. Airbnb actually released where the most booked of their Airbnb stays were going to be on that day, and it like mimicked that perfect line, which I thought was like pretty cool. Basically,
I saw that.
People did they went and found exactly where this Airbnb that they wanted to stay at was located to see the solar eclipse. So I thought that was pretty cool.
They call it the zone of totality, where it's completely matched up. So it gets like totally dark. You can look at it without your glasses on.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So real quick, like a couple of the phases. The first one is the first contact. That is at the very beginning, the initial stage of the eclipse. The moon will begin to pass in front of the sun, kickstarting a partial solar eclipse. It kind of looks like a bite is taken out of the sun. Then after that is the second stage, was a second contact. First contact will last anywhere between 70 to 80 minutes, and in its conclusion, it will be marked by a single bright spot or diamond ring. Third stage is totality, or midpoint of the solar eclipse of its totality. At this point, the moon completely covers the solar disk. There's a lot on here and a lot of reading, but stage 4, third contact, and then the fourth stage of the total solar eclipse, third contact, will see the moon start to move away from the disk of the sun. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know.
It's a long time for contact. You said 90 minutes first contact. That's a long time.
Long time for contact. Yeah. I did not see it on here of how long the whole solar eclipse lasted, but I'll see if I can find that on here.
Do you know what time of day it's supposed to happen? Like when's it going to happen tomorrow?
Well, it depends on where you're located.
That's a good question.
That is a great question.
Mason, of all the stats, you don't have this one?
When it's going to be? I'm just trying to make sure I'm hunkered down, under the world type stuff.
I would like, I will say, I think movies and TV have really overstated what happens during eclipses.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones, there's always, that's always whenever the thing opens up and you can open secret doors with keys and garbage. I need to find, do you ever, you know what I'm talking about? Like stuff that it only lines up once every so often with the eclipse or whatever.
You can summon a monster or enter a door for treasure or something. Yeah. It's always something crazy.
I wonder how much stuff like this is happening around the world that we just don't know about. Do you think somewhere on Earth during the time someone is summoning and something from another dimension, or
probably
a secret passageway is opening up to lead to treasure or something?
Probably, and if they want to come on to the podcast and talk about it, we'll give them a platform to talk about.
If you're listening to this and you are a treasure hunter or whatever you're doing, come on and tell us about it.
We will open up the Conspiracy Corner segment of the pod and get you going on here.
Yep.
But I have seen about 100 TikToks / reels. They're like, make sure your car is full of gas tomorrow. Buy some battery powered flashlights and extra stocks of food and water because things could get crazy. And then tomorrow night, we're all going to be sitting around watching UConn play Purdue.
You think it's just like the big retail stores that start this kind of stuff because they're just like, we got to sell out of these. And I don't know, like Y2K or like 2012 and apparently solar eclipses are
the last solar eclipse. People were freaking out because I remember
it's hard to say it's going to be a world ender whenever we can predict it. Like I saw a newspaper from like the 70s that predicted this one in 2020. Like
I saw the news article or the news report. The reporter literally says, and so the next time you will have a total solar eclipse over Texas will be in 2024.
Can they not just use like science and like figure out the phases of the moon or whatever? Is that not?
That's what they do. Yeah, everything's on cycles, and
yeah,
that's how they knew it was gonna be 2024. But then people are still like, this is the world's gonna end right now.
We didn't know this was coming, and now everything's gonna end.
Everything lines up. It means it's cooked. We're done.
Cooked. Either a monster is gonna start popping out of nowhere tomorrow, or the aliens are gonna turn invisible and get us.
We're gonna be without the sunlight for 2 minutes. We're done.
My favorite one is because we're gonna be without sunlight for 2 minutes. Russia is going to EMP attack our whole country.
Could be.
That's my favorite conspiracy theory so far.
We can't detect it anymore when there's no sunlight.
There's no sunlight every night during the nighttime. Every day it gets dark.
The partial eclipse will begin in the Nashville area around 12:44, with the maximum eclipse at a 94.78% occurring at 2:03 p.m. ending at 3:20.
Wow, it's 2 hours.
Dang.
3 hours.
The total duration is 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 40 seconds. So I guess
that's a long time.
That is a long time. You're
imagine being in the year like 1500 and there being a solar eclipse. And imagine what that would be like, though. That's probably how all this stuff started. Is they're just like the world is literally ending. The sun just went away. We're done.
We are actually cooked.
This is it. Yeah, that would be very scary. So maybe that's why this all started.
I guess
1,000 years ago.
It does just crack me up when stuff like this happens, and everyone freaks out. It makes for an entertaining. It's really funny. Like if you're like scrolling on TikTok and like a week later, you'll like some reason it'll pop up in the algorithm. It's like, watch out this Monday. This when the solar eclipse. Like, hey buddy, we already passed it.
It's already done. We lived. We made it.
My everyday life is not any different. I've not been EMP'd.
Except you have an extra pair of Eclipse sunglasses in your house, probably.
True.
An extra counter.
True.
I didn't buy any. I actually think this is, sorry, Mason, I'm stepping all over your facts list.
No, you're good.
I think this is like Big Sunglasses has created this or something. I was looking it up because I was like, do you think I could I was asking my wife, do you think I could just wear regular sunglasses and look at the sun? And she's like, no, your eyes are going to like burn out. And she looked up a thing online and was like, these Eclipse sunglasses are like 1,000 times better than regular sunglasses. And I was like, am I really going to go blind looking at the sun for 15 seconds with my sunglasses on? I do that all the time.
Are you supposed to? Do you need
just
these
like driving and the sun is right in my face?
Yeah.
What?
Are you supposed to have these glasses for this one? I
thought for some reason. Look at it.
No, this one is apparently like it will hurt your eyes if you look at it.
Okay. So the same as that last one.
It won't go to a total eclipse where we are. So it will never be like totality where you can take your glasses off and it'd be totally covered up. So you'll be looking at least part of the sun shining. And if you look at it, it's supposed to like hurt your vision or whatever. I don't buy it. Big sunglasses.
Somebody became a billionaire off of those glasses.
Morgan's mom ordered us some. They just look like because Macy had them, and I was like, "Where did you get those?" Like, because her and Morgan went to the movie theater recently. I was like, "Oh, did you guys like get 3D glasses for some reason?" She goes, "No, these are my Eclipse glasses.
Yeah,
Like, those are just 3D sunglasses. Those are just 3D glasses from a movie theater." So Zach might have a point. This might be big
Eclipse sunglasses.
I
don't know
big
who makes them.
3D cardboard, flimsy plastic glasses,
Mm.
trying to make some money.
They stacked like 4 3D glasses on top of each other and sold it as Eclipse sunglasses.
They just look like normal 3D glasses to me.
Here
I'm
you
not
go.
even joking.
They're 1,000 times better than your prescription sunglasses. Trust us. We're scientists. Something to think about. You use them one time and then you throw them away.
And what did you do with that money? Interesting. Didn't buy yourself an EMP bag for your phone.
You're dead. The Eclipse got you. You got to watch it, then you died. Is it worth it? Okay, Mason. Sorry. This is your segment.
Good. No, that was it. You guys did great. You added to it. That was perfect.
I got a lot of thoughts.
Yeah, I can tell. But that was my press release. So
I've been thinking about it.
All right. So
what if we come up with our own doomsday event and then sell merch for it?
All right, now we're cooking. Here we go. Let him cook.
What about
let him cook? And here's a let him cook segment.
Blast or something, and then
ooh,
if you don't protect your ears, they'll like blow up or something.
Let's get some traction. We gotta get a good hashtag. We gotta get a good hashtag.
Save the ears. Hashtag
protect your drums.
Hashtag.
Here comes the boom.
Oh, that's a good one. There's some.
Pretty sure there's a song about that.
Okay, what about there's some NASA testing going on? They're not telling anybody because it's going to another planet. The only way they can get all the way there is to go supersonic from Earth. It's going to create a boom so loud it will destroy your eardrums if you don't have them covered up with these special ear protectors that you can only buy on the Next Guy podcast website that is now going to be created.
Zach created these special ultra rare earmuffs because he is a doctor in mathematics and
limited edition
code. And you can get a pair of them for the nice price of $6.99.
They're just foam earplugs. They're 4 cents each to make. Think of the profit margins on that guy.
Think of the margin. Mark,
everyone in the U.S. buys them. We're guys. This is like people buying the masks in the pandemic. It's the same idea. Maybe.
Shark Tank would love it. Shark Tank would love our margins.
Yeah, we'll take it to Shark Tank. Shark Tank, listen to our idea. Okay, let's keep workshopping that. It might there might be something there cooking. Though. Okay. Yep. I think last idea. I think if you're really going to do it, it's got to be something like that people can't like. It would have to be like some kind of blast that only affects certain people in the population. Like only 10% of the population is affected.
Ooh, but you don't know the 10.
Right. So then then afterwards, if you don't die, then it's like, oh, maybe I just wasn't on 10%. Got lucky this time. But next year when it happens, I better gear up.
Better have them again.
It's like, but it's so something that will like melt your brain or something maybe.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh, I didn't hear a sound. It couldn't be it, but it's like it only affects your brain. So.
Well, what about the tinfoil caps?
That's what I'm thinking. Something that goes on your head, somewhat like some kind of like metal hat. People would look ridiculous. It would be easy to market, though. I think. You can put the Next Guy logo on it too. Get some free marketing.
Just a big metal heavy hat with the Next Guy.
We'll keep workshopping that one. I think there's something there though. If those people can do it, I feel like we can definitely do it. Okay. That's all I got. I'll keep thinking. Tens, you got Mason, are you done with yours? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Tens.
All right, I just got one press release, and then I got some for the upcoming food one. But my press release is Toy Story 5 is set to release June 19th, 2026, and I have one thing to say. Why? Why are we doing this? I have not seen Toy Story 5. I know the ending of it, though. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. All right.
It's the fourth one.
Yeah.
You said I haven't seen the fifth one. Oh, you're predicting it already.
I don't think I watched it.
No.
Oh, the fifth?
Hold up. Here we go. The fifth one is coming out in 2026. The fourth one,
gotcha.
I have not seen.
Gotcha.
But I know what happens.
Okay, we got you now.
Okay.
And then I said spoiler alert a bunch of times.
Okay.
So if you care,
skip ahead 20 minutes.
Forward, 20 minutes probably cover it. Especially since Zach and Mason have not seen it, so I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. No, Woody. So they go to find Bo Peep.
Yeah.
And they find her, and Woody stays, and then Buzz and him say goodbye, and then Buzz goes back to that kid Andy left all the toys with. So, so what are we doing? What's the fifth one going to be about? How many different times are we going to reunite these idiots?
They're going to cross
wear
paths
his protective hearing during the ultrasonic boom and loses his hearing. Product placement.
There it was. Product placement, baby. You're not going to be able to get it here. So go ahead and get your pre-orders now. We're going to get the Kickstarter started up.
We'll make it a pyramid scheme so people can sell it to other people.
There you go. Nothing is finished without a good pyramid scheme.
Like door to door.
So I'm off Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
Should have stopped after 3.
3 was great.
3 was great. Should have
I never watched 4.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I have actually I'm going to go on a rant about Toy Story 4 real quick.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. And I know this is ridiculous at the time I was probably like 26 or 27. Now I'm 30, getting all like fired up about how that ended. But Woody's whole thing was just to stick together and be there for said child at the time. And then he ends up wanting to leave the group and not be there as the toy for the kids because he wants to focus on him and Bo Peep. So I was like, wow, you just took your character yourself that you have literally said that you were you never wanted to give up on the kid and always wanted to stick together, that's who you are, and then you just leave everybody. That's
spoiler alert, Mason.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Oh, yeah, well, I said 20 minutes. We're still doing
good. That's true. 20 minutes, they're still skipping.
So yeah, there's my rant.
Okay.
Yes, Tens.
Woody, a coward.
This is not a sports podcast, but apparently John Calipari might be Arkansas's next head basketball coach. This is about to happen.
Oh no! Did you get Twitter duped?
Who'd you hear this from?
My favorite thing, by the way, is when we say that this is not a sports podcast.
This guy works for a Fox Sports in Little Rock.
We'll keep that going. We'll keep you updated.
I don't really buy it either, but a lot of guys I follow that I trust are tweeting it now. And this guy's not a troll. I do fall for that one UT guy a lot because I just read he gets me with the headlines and I don't catch that it's his name.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny.
He always gets me. And then now I have him on. I get notifications when he tweets, so now I know it's him.
You didn't even block him?
No, I like reading them because now I like sending them to our fantasy football group, and then
just
Robert.
See who else you can get. Yep. Okay.
Great. Sorry, I just wanted to break. I want to own that breaking news if that happens. That's me. Right. I broke that.
Tens broke that.
To the next.
And then if he also did get duped, universe. that would be the best thing ever for him to break fake news on the podcast.
Well, probably wouldn't be the first or last time.
Nope,
you're correct.
Okay,
all right, Zach.
Here we go. Let's cook. Mandalorian and Grogu has an official release date. May the 22nd, 2026. Very close to that Toy Story 5 release date. Speaking of the Disney Plus universe, John Bernthal shared a photo, and there's a couple of like leaks on social media of the filming of Daredevil Born Again. It has the entire original cast, including John Bernthal as Punisher. Very exciting stuff. Speaking of end of the world, Apple is reportedly exploring robots for the home as next project. Would you buy? Okay, let me frame this as this. What if Apple was beta testing these robots for the home? Let's say they're designed to clean up, they're designed to make dinner, they're designed to do those household chores. And someone in the Apple said, "Hey, Messin, you've been randomly selected as a beta tester for this robot. Would you take it into your house?"
It depends if there's like a off switch control that is like proven that if I had control of it, this thing went haywire, I could shut off the whole thing. Then yes, like on my phone or on a button. But if not,
it's hard to hit it.
Then I'm going to say no. Exactly, but I would probably just lock my bedroom door as a precaution. Yeah, I don't know. Do I get paid for this?
They can for sure not figure that out.
I can't get through this door. I made of
I guess
metal.
I'll give up now.
I don't know. Would you not do it?
I think I'd do it.
Yeah, no.
Worst case scenario is it does something really stupid and like break something, and I can file a lawsuit and get a bunch of money from Apple.
There we go.
That's my thought process.
Isn't that what was happening? It's
going to malfunction at some point, and I don't think if it malfunctions, it's going to like strangle me. I think if it malfunctions, it's going to like
explode,
accidentally like blow a hole in the wall or something. Like
yeah,
and then it's like, guys, Apple, fix this, and then I can get some money.
I don't think robots in our lifetime are going to be able to strangle us. I think we'll get the cool robots that are just like useful enough to like clean your house and do things that you don't want to do, but they're not going to be smart enough or AI smart enough to just be like, you know what, I hate humans and now we're going to kill you guys.
Is the self-driving car still a thing?
So
I'm pretty sure when that started.
I just saw a video of a self-driving.
I saw
a self-driving car.
I saw a video from California where someone they have an entire service. It's like similar to Uber and Lyft, but it's all for self-driving cars. Like nobody is driving it. You say, "Come get me." It literally pulls up with no one in there. You jump in. It takes you where you're going. And this guy on Twitter was basically like, "Yeah, I was way better than all the Ubers I've taken here because the Uber people are just like driving erratically on the phone, doing crazy stuff, trying to have conversations, whatever." He's like, this self-driving car was perfect. Like it was just seamless.
What happens on the first accident if that's not already happened? Who do you
get in accidents? It's smart.
Who has the insurance claim? Who do you?
The company probably.
Yeah.
The company that you're buying from, or that you're using. I think I would take a robot. Kind of sick.
I'd take one.
My second favorite Zach. The first one is the let him cook Zach, but the second one is when I say something, then he's like, "Well, are you going to trust that? Because the robot could strangle you." And I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe not." And then he's like, "Yeah, I would take one." Like he tries to talk me out of it, and then he's like, "Yeah, I would take a robot." And I'm like, "You just told me that what happens if this thing literally kills me?"
My wife's least favorite Zach. We call it devil advocate Zach. She does not enjoy it.
So, real quick though, I would like a list from Megan, if you're listening to this, of your top 10 Zachs. Type of Zachs. We need that on the pod, please.
Her least favorite would be watching UT Sports, Zach.
Yeah.
She does not enjoy that one very much.
Entertaining Zach.
So long story short, I'm taking the robot.
Reminds me of Jaguar Tyler.
That's true. Whenever they started releasing some drawings that the Vision Pro had been in the works for a very long time, which, by the way, is Vision Pro dead? Is it? I think A lot of people are returning them, and I've heard nothing about them for like a month or 2 months. So
yeah,
Vision Pro might be dead. But
RIP Vision Pro.
I'm declaring dead.
2023 to 2023.
It's 2024. So, I think this may not come for 10 or 15 years if the same trajectory holds. But we already have like vacuuming robots.
True.
Like a Roomba type. We already have robots that can like mow the yard too, that are designed to do that kind of stuff. So I don't think we're that far. Having something that can like load dishes in a dishwasher,
take my dogs out,
do laundry, fold laundry, folding laundry robots.
Folding laundry is what I want. That's what I need.
I think whoever comes up with a folding laundry robot was going to be a millionaire, cajillionaire. If you could literally like have something where you put all of you just throw your laundry into it, have a couple settings of how you want it folded, and it just spits it out folded. Can you imagine?
It would be
the
so
market
great
for that. Every household in America would have that.
Yes. Morgan was out of town all weekend for her cousin's wedding. And so I tried to do a bunch of laundry to be helpful because I'm not normally much of a laundry guy. And it's just the most miserable experience of my life. I just can't make myself stand there and fold laundry.
Guys, we got to do this. I feel like that's like the next $1 jillion idea.
Verbal trademark.
I'm sure someone somewhere is working on this already because it's just like the worst household task.
I fold. Verbal trademark.
I fold.
I at least got its name. I at least have the name of it.
I fold.
Verbal trademark.
Apple people. Do you think Apple has a trademark on anything with like the letter I, like a lowercase I in front of it? Do you think they can do that?
They probably have bought some, yeah.
Like if you just come out with something like
some future projects.
iRadio, or that exists, doesn't it? Or maybe not. iCar, iRobot, that already exists. I don't know. Let's look into that. That might be something special. If you can anticipate, guys, I'm full of good ideas tonight. I'll be honest with you. If you could anticipate some future Apple products in their names, you could name it. You could start putting out trademarks for like everything you could think of. iCar, SUV, iTruck, and then if they want to name it that, they have to buy it off of you, and then you make free money.
Somebody did that with the Washington NFL team before it was the Commanders, where they did that. They just, and I don't even think then Washington was like, you know what, never mind, we're not going to pick any of the ones that you ended up trademarking. So I think they spent all that money just to do that, but it was smart to start that idea.
Yeah, this is not a conspiracy. This is actually a real thing that happens. There's people out there in the world who buy up like URLs just for the sake of people having to buy it from them. Like if there's a really big company like in Britain that has a certain website name, they would go and buy the like .com version of that same URL. And then they would have to come and buy it from you if they wanted to use it. And no company wants to like change their website across countries and stuff. So usually they'll pay like $1 jillion to get that URL for themselves. And it's just like free money for you. Or if you see a website domain that like has expired where it runs out, they're a few days late on paying it or whatever, you can buy it up real fast and then they have to buy it back from you. People do that. It's real. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm ranting a lot tonight. I'm on it. Okay, we can be done there. Let's move on to our next segment.
This could be your last pod for a while.
I think I'm getting all my ideas out.
All the ideas
out. We're moving on to our brand new segment, Food for Thought. This is news in the world of food. So any news that we feel we started realizing that a lot of our press releases were food related. We thought they deserved their own segment, and so this is the debut of Food for Thought. Maybe a spin-off podcast one day. I don't know. Who knows?
Ooh.
Something to think about. Okay, Messin,
we could probably spend a whole hour talking about food. We just do one episode devoted to food.
I think something to think about is another good segment name.
Yeah,
something to think about.
Something to think
about.
It's
a conspiracy corner.
You say that a lot, Zach. You're like something to think about.
I do say that.
Okay, so we talked about
Messin.
the Eclipse earlier. Back to the Eclipse. Krispy Kreme and Oreo just dropped the Eclipse donut. That was on April 2nd, so it's probably already been out for a while, but if anybody didn't know about it, but it's basically they're just like regular glaze with like chocolate icing on top and then an Oreo on top to make it like look like the eclipse that will be happening today if you're listening to this episode. So interesting stuff there. Would you eat that? Yay or nay? I think everybody's Oreo.
Of
I know
course.
Tinsley could. I think I've seen Tinsley eat like a whole like thing of Oreos in one sitting.
Yep.
So, yep.
I can do damage to some Oreos.
Second thing, Burger King's new cotton candy frozen drinks. It's basically like a slushy, like their red. What is that one called? They used to have a Coke slushy, and was it just a cherry slush? I never had them, but either of you know, huh?
Why didn't you ever have one?
Cannot drink them, to my knowledge. Burger King just announced, to my knowledge, announced a new frozen drink, and it's already let's see, basically it's like super popular, but I feel like this is like the summer like Burger King slush. I feel like everybody's just like grasping at trying to get the next idea. So they're just like, I feel like every single season something comes around. We come like, remember the Starbucks had the what was that, lavender drink? I feel like everybody's just trying to come out with the new best thing. So here we are. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you who did come out with the new best thing, and it was Wendy's with this orange dreamsicle frosty. Oh my gosh!
How many times have you had this?
A few weeks ago. How many have I had? Couldn't tell you. It's a lot. I drive
under 20 and a half.
That's a lot.
Oh my, over 20 and a half?
I don't think it's over, but we're approaching. If you're like looking at the line of it on DraftKings, like we're in the dark yellow. We're in the dark yellow.
Wow.
We're not green anymore. We're not red yet, but we're there.
That's incredible.
I drive right by Wendy's to go get Macy from school. Like when I leave Blue Coast. Oh, Wendy's right there. Oh, I leave every day.
Drive by there and not get it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to sit in this car line for 30 minutes. I deserve a treat. So,
or two, or three.
No, just one.
Just a large one.
Just a medium one.
Medium's pretty thick.
It's pretty big. The first time I had never ordered a medium frosty before until this one, and I was like, "Oh Lord, that's pretty big." Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Mason. Did you have any other food?
No, that was it. Got me all choked up over here.
Sorry.
Nope.
All right, here we go. I've got McDonald's is releasing a new spicy McNugget. It's supposed to release in the middle of March. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I'm excited for it or not. Something about McDonald's chicken nuggets. They're so terrible that they're. I don't know. Like every once in a while, I get a craving for them. It's like once a year. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go smash 20 McNuggets real quick. And then I do, and I'm like, oh yeah, those are disgusting. Never mind. But then I come back again and do it once more.
I love the sweet and sour sauce, though. I will say.
Remember back in the day when McDonald's were the ones making the new improvements, and now they're just a copy of other people. Sad.
Yeah.
Or they take something they already have and they call it a different name, like the Travis Scott meal or Jack Harlow meal or the Joe Milton meal or something like that, and it's already like the number 4 on the menu.
Sad.
That was a big thing they did. Okay, go ahead, Tins.
Nope, all good. And then also, speaking of McDonald's, the breakfast bagel sandwiches are back. Now, as much as we like to yell about McDonald's falling off, which they have over the years, their breakfast game is still top notch. And they are back with the breakfast bagel. It comes with a holiday sauce on it as well. And I've tried the bacon and I've tried the steak one. They're both pretty solid. But don't be in a rush if you're going to get it, because every time I've ordered it, I've had to pull off and like wait in a parking spot because they don't know what they're doing, like how long it takes to make one. I guess
Tough.
We need to do a draft on breakfast places, like fast food.
Like fast food breakfast.
I feel like we've not done that yet.
That'd be a good draft.
That Tinsley would kill that draft because I feel like he's always like, oh, and this breakfast item at Taco Bell or this breakfast item here. He's always.
I used to not be a big breakfast guy, and then working at UPS when I, put in like a 6-hour day by 8:30 in the morning, I'm very hungry, and so I've had to adjust to liking breakfast. All right, and then my last food thing, and this is just absolutely disgusting. This released this week in Walmart's. It's ramen cup of noodles, the instant ones, everything bagel flavor with a cream cheese seasoning.
I think we found my next punishment.
Mason, you didn't draft that for your. You didn't auction that on your best favorite breakfast.
Like I'm showing the boys.
Oh, that's legit. That's a real thing.
I mean, it's a real thing. I can't imagine that is even close to edible.
Yeah.
Well, we should find out with me trying it.
You should find out.
Agreed. You're the one who auctioned it off. It was your number one overall pick.
Yeah,
it was an everything bagel by itself.
I love everything bagels.
Well, it wasn't like in noodle
bagel flavored anything.
What's your favorite breakfast item, Mason?
That was by itself as a bagel.
Waffle chips. I'd eat chicken and waffle chips if they came out with those.
I'm pretty sure Lay's did do something like that.
There's an everything bagel chip out there.
They have like
you
the
wouldn't eat
pretzels,
those?
I think.
You wouldn't do chicken waffle noodles in a cup. So that's
sure
what you're
I would.
No.
He would do
I'll
it.
go ahead. Yeah, I'd do it. We'll never have to find out because no one's ever going to make it, but I'll say I'll do it.
Well, we also thought they would never make an everything bagel with cream cheese cup of noodles, so here we are. They're just making.
This is what I was talking about a minute ago. I feel like these companies are just grasping at ideas and they're like, "Yeah, let's try this. Why not?"
You never know. Could hit. Could be next hot Cheeto.
Well, and then they got what they wanted because here we are talking about it too.
Free marketing for them.
Free marketing. So who's really the fools here?
Probably us.
We are.
Okay, you guys good?
Yep.
I'm good, yep.
Okay. Chick-fil-A has announced a couple of additions. They've been adding a couple of things to their item menu lately. Pretzel cheddar club sandwiches. Again, I think Wendy's kind of the pretzel thing, the pretzel bun. They were kind of the first ones, but these appear to be like chicken sandwiches, but now there's a pretzel bun, and then they're kind of clubbed. So they have cheese and bacon on them, and then also lettuce and tomato. They come in grilled, classic, or spicy. Don't look too bad to me. I would probably
pretty
try
delicious.
That.
I will try.
I would try that.
Also, cherry berry drinks. Mason, close your ears. They're all very red. Cherry berry Sunjoy, cherry berry iced tea, cherry berry lemonade, or a frosted lemonade. Cherry berry drink flavor for summer. So, I also have heard this rumor online, and I haven't confirmed this, that Chick-fil-A is changing their chicken. Have you all heard this?
I've seen a lot of TikToks about it, and people are up in arms.
Yeah, apparently they are changing. Their thing all along has been like this farm-raised chicken, whatever, no GMO, I don't know, whatever. Apparently they're changing it. Who knows? This may be just people yelling about things on the internet. It could be real. We will know when we see a difference. Some people are saying that they're releasing this new stuff as a little bit of a
like a buffer.
Yeah, something so people forget that they changed their chicken recipe. I don't know, but that's just something that's happening. Last time they did a special item, it was pretty good, so I am excited for that as well. Lastly, apparently this is a yearly thing the boys have told me, but 7-Eleven announces your Bring Your Own Cup Day. It is on, I think it's April 13th, so coming up soon. You can bring anything to fill up a Slurpee, there are a couple of stipulations. You're hearing it here first. The only rules are that your cup must be clean, watertight, and fit under the 10-inch drink nozzle to qualify. But you can bring any container that you can fill up with Slurpee. So you can bring like huge, whatever you got at home that fit those qualifications.
5-gallon bucket.
5-gallon bucket. It's going to be watertight though. Apparently. Oh, but watertight, it can fill up. Yeah, you can fill up anything it looks like. The picture there that they released had like a dog bowl or just like a huge, someone had like a cake pan filled with it.
Yeah, people used to get pretty crazy with it.
I guess they're saying bring it clean, but I feel like I'm surprised like sanitary thing, like I'm surprised that they were able to get that like health code like approved.
Don't ask me. I just read the articles.
You do that, Zach. Yeah.
Okay. We feel good on food for thought.
That's a good segment right there.
I'm hungry. Pretty good. Okay. Tins.
Yes.
Should I watch that?
Oh boy, should you watch that? I got something special cooked up for us today, guys. Zach will be asking me a few questions. So RoadHouse is the topic. Not the original, the new one, the new movie that came out with Jake Gyllenhaal, Conor McGregor. I don't know a single other actor in the movie. So yeah, this is an Amazon Prime product. Yep. I thought it was going to be out in theaters, so that's weird. But yeah,
so movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go through our questions. It'll help us here.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Describe the movie in 10 words or less.
Cheesy. Action-packed.
Okay.
Fast and Furious.
Love it. I love this.
Okay.
I need to watch this immediately.
Rip off.
Some of the storylines is a complete rip off of the original. CGI or no, sorry, mediocre CGI. And lots of punches.
Real question: if it's a remake, can it also be a ripoff? If it's a remake, isn't it supposed to copy the?
I guess I don't know. Is
it not like a? I just assumed it was like a remake of the original one, like completely.
I don't think so because it's not.
Well, that thing wasn't MMA fighting, or UFC,
right? Because I think the original one, he was like a boxer or something.
I don't know.
I never watched the original one. I can't. Like late '90s is his only stuff I can watch as far as if we're going back. Like '80s stuff. Sorry, I can't do it. Sorry, Robert. I know you're getting mad. You're gonna send a text about that comment.
Never watched like Dirty Dancing or
it's apparently a good movie. I've never watched the original or the new, so it had Patrick Swayze in it.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
1989. Sam Elliott was in it as well. I think Sam Elliott was one of the other leads. He's a pretty cool guy. They were the two big ones, I think, in the movie. So pretty cool.
Would
okay,
Mason
next question.
Love this movie? That's the next question. Would Mason love this movie?
Yeah, you'd love it.
Mason, you can't just add questions to the list.
Well, I did.
Prepared for that question.
Okay, Tids, question number 2. Is this family friendly?
No, it's not. There's blood. There's lots of cursing. Yeah, no.
Definitely not. Okay, so not for children. Leave your kids somewhere else.
At home. Well, I guess it's on Amazon Prime, so I don't know.
Sorry. What is your hottest spoiler-free take about this movie?
Nobody wins. Nobody wins. There's no winners.
Is that a spoiler?
In this movie.
Here's my hottest spoiler-free take. I think Conor McGregor outacts Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a better acting performance. No, I've not seen it. That's why. But that would have been a good hottest take, though.
That would be hard to do, considering half the time they had to dub him. I guess his thick accent, you can see his mouth is moving, but the words don't sync up correctly.
Oh, that's tough.
And I almost had to turn it off because of that. Because I can't handle like dubs. Like if you listen to like if I watch something that's like from another country or not speaking English and then they dub it to English, I can't deal with lips moving, but it's not matching with the words.
I usually
that happens a lot with Connor.
Subtitles. Very interesting. I did hear that they filmed the UFC fight like at a real UFC fight, right?
They did, yeah. One of a guy I follow for like UFC stuff. He does a UFC podcast. He was at the fight where they had which there wasn't as much of that really as I thought there was going to be. There's only like a quick couple scenes where they flash back to that. I thought it was going to be like the whole opening thing, kind of shows why he was where he was at, but whatever. Oh, you know who else is in it? Post Malone. I forgot to say that. Shout out.
Posty.
Connor, highest paid actor for first time role.
First time actor, biggest check. Wow. Yeah.
That guy does not need more money. Okay. Next. Last two questions. Rate this movie 1 to 10.
We're gonna go 6.2.
Okay. Not bad.
Not terrible.
Let's compare it to the IMDb rating.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm a big fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. Sorry, Swifties. I know you guys don't like that guy.
True,
but I do. I like him. I don't know. I feel like he put. Oh wow.
10
so money. Me and IMDb are.
IMDb rating is exactly 6.2 as well.
Wow. Okay. So great.
He has his finger on the pulse of society.
That's me, ladies and gentlemen.
He is the most average film viewer.
That's what I am.
Perfect for this.
He was good. There were some other parts that were okay. The ending kind of just got away from the whole movie.
Okay, so last question then. Would you recommend this movie? Should I watch that?
I think you should watch it just for the sake of being able to say you watched it. Like I said, it's got some good parts. Jake Gyllenhaal has a solid performance throughout. Watching Conor McGregor act and them dubbing over his lines is pretty funny. That might be worth watching it just by itself. His scenes are just the cheesiest. Like, you could tell they didn't know what to do with that guy. So yeah, we'll go there.
I love how he gave it a 6.2, talked about how cheesy, and then we get a yes, we should watch that. That's it.
6.2 like it's higher than half.
No, it's no, it's good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great either.
I think Mason might actually like it.
I think I will.
It's in Mason's bag. Lots of action.
Sounds like I should watch.
Not very much story. No.
There's only maybe 25 minutes total without someone being punched.
How much dialogue is there?
Not much without punching.
Mason, it's up your alley.
Like my type of movie.
Mason will love it. It feels like a Fast and Furious film.
Should I live tweet this instead of the sport that I don't want to
watch? You're watching tennis or NASCAR.
You're watching 7 hours of golf. But it can't be the Masters though. It's got to be a worse golf event. The Masters is
like the Fortnite Open, which is a real PGA event.
That would be awesome. Or you can watch competitive Fortnite. That would be something special.
Zach's cooking today, everybody.
All right, I'm thinking on that one.
The name of the episode, Let Zach Cook, is the name of the episode.
Well, we've gone very long, mostly because of some rants. So we are going to push back our bracket segment to next week. limitless content here. We'll definitely cover it eventually, but not today. So we hope you guys have a great week. We hope UConn wins the national championship tonight. We hope everything goes well for you, and we will see you back here on Friday. See you later.